specific.
Have you guys been involved in orgies and stuff? Like sex
Have I
parties?
been involved in orgies?
Like sex parties?
So you asked like a police officer.
I don't know.
Have I been? Yes,
Have
sir.
you
I was
been-
involved.
Oh,
How do I?
What was your involvement? I was laying down. Okay, I guess I lay down.
How many people were there?
He's rock hard.
I mean, it depends.
I'm just.
I mean,
Yeah.
threesome is more regular.
Okay.
But then I've been to like a steam room in Berlin, and there was like 100 guys in there.
were they all doing gay stuff?
Yeah, I think I've told you this because like you think that the sex is gonna be like yeah, but in Germany it's like yeah.
Right. Everyone's drinking beers and fucking.
There was a lot of beers, but you're
Isn't
not
a
allowed to bring.
steam room. 100. That's a big steam room.
Well, I mean, it was a whole complex. So like there was saunas and steam rooms and the showers, and then there was a locker room, which I thought it was a really like fun. The locker room wasn't for like putting your stuff away. The locker room was for like a setting.
It was just like another room.
So that you could have like the locker room experience.
That's awesome.
I
Did you
just-
have the locker room experience?
What?
Did you have the locker room experience?
I came in the steam room, and as I came to, there
Do you
was
just
just an
come right on the ground in the
old
steam room?
Italian man.
Just get into that
What?
You just
question.
come right on the ground in the steam room?
Yes.
Also, do you leave?
I'm not cum scared, but I do feel like I don't know if I want to be walking around on cum.
They go. The Germans are so fucking clean. Like they go around spraying it all the time.
Okay.
Oh, there's a
great.
guy mopping shit
there's-
down.
There's a guy.
How
that,
much does he get paid?
Yeah.
That
for
guy
real.
there's in the sauna. You cannot bring any shoes on. You can't like have any skin contact with the wood. And there was this guy that had his feet up on the sauna, and he comes in. He goes, "What you're doing is criminal right now."
Okay,
and
so-
then he started moving him around. And goes there.
So, any of the guys in the sauna, do you feel like you could like look in the eyes and have like a genuine heart-to-heart relationship after going through something like that with them? Just a
What?
question, because you were saying wouldn't it be fun to go out and like fuck people?
I think he
together?
went with his husband.
You
Yeah.
went with your husband?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it's fun.
But you both had an emotional understanding that like we're not gonna continue seeing any of these people we meet at the sauna
In
afterwards.
Berlin?
Yeah.
But don't you? Don't you?
Yeah,
know. You guys
I
could
mean, I
send
feel,
postcards or
but the
something.
thing
I don't
is,
know.
it's the whole thing with like the whore and the Madonna thing that you were just talking about. You can separate this is sex and this is not sex. I think women have a brain that can also do that.
I think it's just the difference between like heterosexual and homosexual relationships is like the man like it's something to do with the fact that if I'm going to invest emotionally into the person, we have to be like sexually like monogamous. You know what I mean?
No.
And that's not
You mean she has to be sexually monogamous?
or like kind of on some level, I mean there's a respect thing, so like in a sense there's like a mutual understanding, and if we weren't, then you know what I mean, it would be like unspoken about, or shit would fall apart. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I think what happened is when you become gay, all of the rules and concepts that you're holding up, you go like, I don't have to hold any of these. So then you come over here and you pick up whatever you find is true.
Right, yeah.
I also, just to throw it out there, I think part of the reason why things with gay stuff works is because there's so much shame about sexuality when you're gay that like when you come out, you kind of, that shame gets brought to the surface and you kind of have to deal with it. And I think a lot of straight men have a lot of shame about sex, but because there's no moment where they have to deal with it, they just kind of say like, well,
She's
can
a
have
whore.
Yeah.
Well,
And
she's
so
a whore.
Don't you think a little bit of this is a little bit of your own sex shame?
In what sense? That I'm ashamed to let her, or
That
for
maybe
me?
you're a
Maybe
little
that I'm
ashamed.
insecure.
Not maybe insecure, but maybe you have a little bit of shame about how much sex and how dirty sex you want to have.
Maybe. I've been wanting sex less and less as I've been getting older. Because it's like, do you want kids?
No.
So it's like, why do you want to fuck so bad if you don't want kids?
What do you mean?
Like it's like a crack instinct almost.
Yeah.
Like we're biologically designed to want to have sex so that we'd reproduce and continue on the human race.
But don't you think that's almost?
no,
But if you don't want to have a kid, then what's really the point of having sex? You know what I'm
Pleasure.
saying?
But no,
Because
but that idea is one of the things you have to deconstruct because it's just not true. Otherwise, gay people wouldn't exist, right? And it is, you are born gay.
And
so you
if
have
it
to
was
think about like the
just-
benefits of sex are like connection, conflict resolution, homogeny within the group. Like there's so many more benefits to sex than just we made a baby.
Yeah, but those are very much like 20th, 21st century
No.
You know what I
that
mean?
is-
Like people in like 1746 weren't having gay sex because were they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
You-
not.
wait,
I'm
wait,
looking.
wait.
I'm not-
Honey, we've been having- honey,
when do you
we've been
think
having
gay was
gays-
invented?
Gay's
No, I
been
know
happening
the
whole
Romans were
time.
doing gay shit with each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody,
after-
people have been doing gay sex ever since Adam and Eve. Okay, it was Adam. It probably
It
was,
was
Adam and Steve.
Adam
There
and
was
Steve.
another guy. He was probably fucking there.
Bonobos do
I just
it.
don't think those things are necessarily mutually exclusive. Where it's
But
like you
I-
don't have a
but-
biological predisposition,
But don't you think that
but they're
maybe
also gay?
But don't you,
know what I
also
mean?
think that like having sex if it was just for children, you wouldn't feel more connected to someone. It wouldn't be like pleasurable. There are tons of animals in the world that have sex and mate every single year and have children, and there's no sexual pleasure to it. And then there are animals that have sexual pleasure and literally have sex for pleasure and don't even mate.
Right.
And so it's like, how can we say that it's just one way if it can be both?
I don't think it's just that way. Like you can obviously have sex for pleasure and be driven by a pleasure-seeking instinct, but I think it's like the root of it is like a biological design, so that will like. Otherwise, why would people, for the most part, if there wasn't, you know what I mean? If a pleasure wasn't associated, why would we have sex?
Just to say it's not a biological design doesn't predispose it for reproduction, though. And that's the point. That
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to make.
fair. I agree. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just like women are a lot. I've been just taking a step back.
Women are a lot.
Don't you also feel like, isn't it annoying to want to fuck everything like all the time?
I don't want to fuck everything all the time.
I'm
he
not.
does.
No, I mean, I will say that I think my horniness is, really annoying sometimes.
Right.
But also, I'm not like I'm just like, it will go away at some point. You're not going to feel this way all the time. So you
My
might as well
dad
enjoy
is
it.
60
I
and
want
he
to.
still does.
Yeah, I want to have.
Really asked him.
Well,
he
yeah.
asked him.
But he's not as horny as like he used to be. Even he said that. Like you do change, and I think a lot of guys don't get as horny as they get older. But I think fucking enjoy it. There are so many guys on their deathbed that like are like, just fuck more, just have more fun sex. Like it's not about like just enjoy people and like we're alive on Earth floating in a rock. You don't know what happens afterwards, and we're gonna be like, sex is for kids. It's like I don't know. It feels good when this guy's sucking my cock.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
who do I give a shit about? You know what I mean? Like, have fun. I want people to be more free. You know, we
Right.
don't have to live our lives in these like in these boxes of like right and wrong
I
and
agree.
shame and it's like, and you're holding yourself back so much more with these rules when you could be so much more free.
Right.
Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
To drag out horse.